Every time I talk about psychological safety in training, at least one person will raise this point and say, oh, we just have to be nicer, lower our standards, and be soft. Well, that's not true. Let's tackle this one once and for all because that's absolutely not what psychological safety is all about. So let's clear this up once and for all because that is not what psychological safety is about. If we look at the research, and Amy Edmondson from Harvard is one of the most famous researchers, she spent 25 years and done over 200 studies on the topic of psychological safety. And I think one of the most insightful things is what she shares is what is not psychological safety? What is it not about? It's not about comfort. It's not about lowering your standards. It's a complete different dimension. So we could put two axes together. The first one would be psychological safety, and the other one would be performance or accountability, whichever way you want to say it, right? So when we talk about it's comfortable, we're actually saying high psychological safety equals low accountability. That is not the zone where you want to be in. You also don't want to be in the zone where there is no safety and no accountability because that's where nobody really cares and it's no performance and it's not a great place to be. We also don't want to be in the opposite corner, which is high accountability, a lot of pressure on performance, and low safety. This is where we are anxious. We don't feel certain. We feel scared at work. We don't know what's going to happen. Not a good place to be. Where we want to be is high performance, high accountability, so the top of the one axis, and high safety. This is where we can learn. The pressure is on, we are being stretched, but we are safe as we are trying this. We definitely have accountability and we definitely need to show up, but we are constructive when we make mistakes. We're constructive about our growth. We're allowed to ask questions. We're allowed to experiment. And we are being held accountable when we make preventable mistakes that we should have thought about better. So that is the learner zone, and that is where psychological safety brings so much value at work and in your team. In closing, did you know psychological safety, according to Google's research on teams, is the biggest predictor of team performance? So make sure that in your team you focus on creating psychological safety, but it is not lowering your standards. It's not about comfort. Keep your team members accountable and bring the space to learn in a safe environment. Good luck.